Hey, Tana. What's happening? Sarah, your little girl, was outside my house crying. What's the situation?
Oh, I'm sorry, Wanda. I forgot to let you know. I'm relieved you were home and found her.
But, I'm concerned. Why is she here? Why would she be alone at my house right now? When did she arrive? She was so cold when I brought her in.
We probably arrived at your house around 6 a.m., I suppose.
What? So, she was waiting at my front door for almost an hour and a half? Even though it's summer, mornings can be chilly. Why didn't you talk to me before leaving her here? She's only 4 years old. She can't reach the doorbell. Are you serious? And I was asleep at 6 a.m. There's no way a 4-year-old could knock loudly enough to wake me up. My bedroom is on the opposite side of the house. It's not just the cold, someone could have taken her.
Yeah, I get it. But she's safe, right? So why get so upset? Don't overreact.
Overreact?
Anyway, back to the point. I apologize for not giving you a heads up. But I need you to look after Sarah for a few days. I should be back in 3 days.
Huh? 3 days? That's quite a request with no notice.
I've already left her with you, though. And my husband is out of the country for work. I'm going on a short vacation. You're the only one I could ask for help. We're friends, right? Please, help me out.
I'm sorry, I can't do that. You should ask her grandparents. Your husband's parents live around 30 minutes away, right? I remember you mentioning it before.
Yes, but I can't do that. I'm going on this trip with my boyfriend.
Huh? What? Weren't you just telling me your husband is away on a trip? And if you're going with your husband, why wouldn't Sarah go too?
No, you don't understand. My sweetie isn't my husband. I mean my boyfriend.
Huh? Your boyfriend? So, you're saying you're... Are you cheating?
That's why I can't tell my husband. And I definitely can't tell his parents. Please, don't tell anyone about this.
But this isn't right. And it's not just that. You can't drop your child off secretly and expect someone to care for her. Don't you see the problem?
Don't judge me. I'm sure my husband is doing his own thing on his business trips. Us women need to de-stress too, you know? I'm sure my husband understands that. So don't worry. Everything's under control.
I seriously doubt your husband would be fine with any of this. Look, I don't want to be involved in your marriage. Please don't drag me into this mess. I want no part in what you're doing.
Why are you being so distant with me? We're both parents. We should support each other. Anyway, I've already checked my bag at the airport, so I can't go home now. Take good care of Sarah for me, all right?
What do you mean, take good care of her? I haven't agreed to this. And you want me to look after her for 3 days? You didn't even pack her a bag or anything. She doesn't have anything with her. What about extra clothes? And money for her meals? Monday isn't a holiday. She has preschool on Monday, right?
Oops. I forgot to pack her a bag. Well, it's not a big deal. You have a kid, too. Just let her wear some of your kids' clothes. Sarah won't mind if they're boys' clothes. And you can drop Sarah off at preschool on Monday. If you do that, you're only looking after her for 2 days, right? So, no problem. And about money for food. A 4-year-old doesn't eat much. You won't even notice the extra food. That's why I didn't leave you any money for food. Tell you what. I'll buy some really nice souvenirs for you, and we'll call it even.
Let her wear my son's clothes? My son is only 2 years old. His clothes won't fit her. Are you saying you never plan to pay me for Riley's food? Or for looking after her for 3 whole days? How good of friends do you think we are? This is unbelievable.
It's only 3 days, and you expect me to pay you? I had no idea you were that frugal. And if your son's clothes won't fit her, just give her one of your shirts. An adult's t-shirt will be like a full dress for her. She'll feel like a princess. She'll love it. Problem solved.
It's not just that. I don't know anything about your daughter. Does she have any allergies? Any medical issues? If something happens to her, who am I supposed to contact?
Wanda, I told you, it's only for 3 days. Everything will be fine. You worry too much.
But what if something does happen? I can't do this. I'm not looking after her. If you're not coming back for her, I'll take her to your husband's parents' place. Give me their phone number.
Huh? If I tell you that, they'll know I'm deceiving them. I don't want my husband to divorce me, so, no. I'm not giving you their number.
Stop playing around. This is serious.
I told you, I can't come back now. My bag is checked, and I'm boarding the plane. It's a domestic flight, so things are really fast at the airport. Sorry. So, stop complaining, and just watch over her for a few days.
I'm telling you, you better stop messing around. At least give me an emergency number in case something happens. If nothing else, give me your parents' phone number.
Oh. Looks like my cell phone battery is dying. I'm sorry. I'll have to turn off my phone now. Give Sarah a kiss for mommy. Have a good weekend. Bye.
Tana. Wait. You can't do this to me.
Hi, Wanda. Apologies for the wait. I'm nearly back. I've brought plenty of souvenirs for you.
Tana. What have you been doing all this time? I called and messaged you numerous times, but you never responded once.
Sorry for that. The constant notifications on my phone became really annoying. So I ended up blocking you. I've just unblocked you now.
What? You blocked me? What if something had happened to Sarah? Weren't you worried about her? What if there was an emergency and I needed to contact you? You leave your daughter unannounced at someone's house. Then block them from reaching you? You did all that just to focus on your questionable vacation? Do you not feel ashamed? You're awful.
What's the big deal? Nothing bad occurred, right? I'm en route to pick up Sarah now, so please don't be so angry. Thanks for looking after her for 3 days. I knew I could rely on you. Thanks to you, I had an amazing time with my boyfriend. We're driving back from the airport now. Prepare Sarah. I'll be there shortly.
She's not here. Your husband already came and took her back. And I'm not sure where you're returning to, as your husband said he's moving out.
Huh?
The very first day you left Sarah here, I contacted your husband and his parents. He hurried back from overseas. Your daughter is currently at your husband's parents' place. Your husband arranged for a moving company to empty his house. He's moving back in with his parents until things get sorted. He was furious.
What? Why? How did you get in touch with my husband? He's overseas. I never gave you his number.
First, I asked your neighbors if they had his number. Nobody had it, so they suggested I contact your daughter's preschool for an emergency number. I spoke to the preschool owner. They didn't have his overseas number, but they suggested trying his social media. I should have thought of that initially. He responded immediately.
How dare you? I explicitly told you not to inform my husband or his parents about this situation. Why would you betray me like this?
I told you. I know nothing about your daughter's medical history. I'm unaware of any allergies or such. And I clearly stated I would not look after her for 3 days. What part of that was unclear?
But I assured you everything would be fine. That meant Sarah didn't have any issues to worry about. Why are you so uptight? It was just 3 days. There was no need for concern.
You can't guarantee nothing will happen. You can't guarantee she won't fall and injure herself. If something happened to her at my house, who do you think would be accountable? You didn't seek permission and you didn't even pack a bag for her. I won't take responsibility for your child. Why didn't you take her to a family member's house?
I explained why. I didn't want anyone in our family finding out what I was doing. If anyone knew about my boyfriend, it would eventually reach my husband. He'd divorce me if he found out.
Oh, yeah. You're right about that. That's exactly what he said when I told him. About your questionable cheating vacation.
What?
He wanted to know why you left Sarah with me without my permission. I told him exactly what you were up to. I even sent him screenshots of our chat history. I told you, your husband is moving back in with his parents. What did you think that meant? He's preparing divorce papers as we speak.
You're joking. This has to be a prank, right? This can't be happening. Why would you tell him? The right thing to do was to keep it a secret.
All I did was answer his questions. And why would you assume I wouldn't tell him?
You're terrible. I thought you were a pushover. You've never stood up to anyone before. I chose you because you're the meekest person I know. You deceived me. You did the exact opposite of what I told you not to do. You're not timid, you're cruel.
Am I being unkind? Look at yourself and what you've done to your daughter and husband. When you find an abandoned child, the first step is to contact the child's parents, right? I acted as anyone else would. Are you implying you left your daughter at my place, assuming I wouldn't take action? All to facilitate your affairs while your husband is working abroad? It's you who acted in secrecy behind your husband's back.
Stop. If my marriage falls apart because of you, I'll take legal action. I'll spread damaging rumors about you. People in your life will turn against you. You'll be shunned by everyone.
You cannot carry out any of those actions. Telling the truth isn't grounds for a lawsuit. The majority already supports me.
What do you mean?
Are you having difficulty comprehending? You seem to misunderstand my messages. I told you, when I sought your husband's contact. I spoke to everyone in your neighborhood and your daughter's preschool. I disclosed the situation and the reason for needing his contact. Everyone is aware of your infidelity and abandonment.
What? You told everyone about my actions? How could you? You're terrible. I despise you. You better retract those statements. You must correct what you've said about me.
That's not feasible. Everyone is already informed. I even shared parts of our conversation with some people. They've seen the evidence. It's true. You might be the one who ends up isolated.
How could you betray me like this? I'm unemployed. If my marriage dissolves, how will I support myself? I won't find work easily. With proof of my affair, I won't get anything in the divorce settlement. And if my friends turn away from me, you have to lie on my behalf. Tell my husband and friends it was a prank. Yes, that's it. An elaborate joke. Convince them that we doctored that chat history. They'll believe you.
I'm sorry. I can't extend my involvement in this matter. I never wanted to be part of this. This concerns you and your husband.
Wanda, you need to help. Please. I'm willing to do whatever you ask.
No, thank you. If I were you, I'd start preparing for the worst. Oh no. My phone battery is about to die. I must go now, apologies. Goodbye.
Wait. Just a moment. Wanda.
Following that, Tana and her boyfriend reached her residence. Regrettably for her, her husband was already there, waiting for their arrival. He had the divorce papers prepared and even initiated a lawsuit for compensation. As a result of the divorce, Tana's husband obtained full custody of Sarah. He changed the locks on the house and placed the property on the market, leaving Tana homeless. She had no choice but to relocate to her boyfriend's cramped apartment. Due to both Tana and her boyfriend facing compensation lawsuits, tensions escalated, leading to frequent arguments between them. With mounting frustrations, her boyfriend eventually expelled her from the apartment, leaving her without a place to stay again. Her friends disapproved of her actions, particularly abandoning her child, causing them to withhold their assistance. Filled with anger, she returned to my house, launching into a frenzy of throwing objects, shouting, and causing a scene. Unperturbed, I contacted the police, allowing them to handle the situation. Even in the presence of the police, her agitation persisted, resulting in her arrest. She deserted her child, betrayed her husband, and yet somehow holds me accountable for her marital dissolution. Truly astonishing, isn't it?